Hey guys, this is your average shooter coming at you with a video update of my Ruger AR-556 in OD green. So, where do we begin here? Let me begin by saying that this is a Ruger AR-556, not an SR-556. The AR-556 is a gas impingement gun from Ruger, just letting you all know that. So this gun I purchased in OD green. I haven't seen anyone else review a Ruger AR-556 in OD green like this one. All I've seen is black Ruger AR-556s, and this gun came straight from Ruger's factory in OD green. It came with a different forend, which I'll mention a little bit later in the video. But yeah, this came with the Ruger Hogue overmolded grip, and it came in this OD green color. So yeah, just worth mentioning. I did not Cerakote this myself. It came Cerakoted in OD green from Ruger's factory, and I haven't seen it online on Ruger's website. Like I said, I've only seen the black version of this gun, but yeah, just thought I'd mention that before I get into the details here. So yeah, I guess I'll start off with the forend. The original forend that comes with this rifle is just a standard A2 forend. Here, let me get it. Actually, I have it right over here. So yeah, this is the standard handguard that comes with the rifle, and it comes just like that right there. So that's what it looks like from the factory. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, I swapped this out for a Magpul MOE carbine length M-Lok handguard. So originally I ordered it in an OD green, but I realized that Magpul's OD green doesn't match green Cerakote, so OD green Cerakote. So I Cerakoted this OD green so it can match my rifle, and I think it came out pretty well. It's a pretty close match, but yeah, that's the OD green that you see on the MOE handguard. And I got the M-Lok version, so it's got M-Lok slots, so you can attach rails on the 3, 6, and 9 position. That way you can put like a rail for a flashlight or laser, stuff like that. And as you can see, actually, in the 6 o'clock position, I've put Magpul M-Lok vertical grip. So yeah, right now I'll get to this. Or you know what? Let me just talk about it right now. So this is the M-Lok vertical grip from Magpul. I don't know how well you can tell there, but there is no rail under here. It's a vertical grip that attaches straight to the handguard, to an M-Lok handguard. So in this case, I have the M-Lok carbine length MOE handguard, and it's directly attached there. And all you do is, in there you have 2 screws that you loosen up before putting it in, or before installing it. And once you've got it aligned and you have a position where you want it, you just torque the screws down, and it locks up inside the handguard. And it's pretty solid. Has no wiggle, nothing, no vibration or no rattling whatsoever. Very solid amount right there. And it cuts down on weight, as opposed to having a put a rail there and then having an extra vertical grip. You just save a little bit of weight there. So really cool. What else have I done? I did install this Mft Cheek Wall. I forgot exactly what it's called, but yeah, it just gives it a better cheek position. As you can see there, you have a little bit more room to put your cheek on, and it makes it a little more comfortable to lay your cheek on this as opposed to just the straight stock like that. So really nice. I actually took it off and I couldn't even shoulder the rifle comfortably anymore. I just got so used to having it with this. Yeah, that's just an Mft cheek wall that I put. And what's pretty cool is that it has these slots in the cheek wall itself where you can put 3 CR123 batteries. You can actually put 3 here, and it has another compartment on the other side where you can add another 3 CR123 batteries. So you can carry up to 6 spare CR123 batteries. Pretty nice little integrated battery holder in there. So yeah, the main upgrade I've done to this gun so far is the addition of this scope right here. Sorry if you could hear that. It's actually storming outside and there's a lot of rain. It's been kind of crazy weather here in Texas, but yeah, and there's a thunderstorm outside, just to let y'all know. But yeah, I installed this scope right here. It's a Bushnell AR-223, and I'll try to put a picture right here of what that optic looks like. It's got a horseshoe reticle with bullet drop compensation all the way up to 500 yards. Really nice horseshoe reticle. It makes it a little bit easier for acquiring targets because of that horseshoe. So really nice reticle. It's got, here, let me flip it around. So yeah, I don't know how well you could see this. Let me try focusing in. But it is illuminated right there, and it's got 11 power settings, so 11 levels of brightness. So you can get it pretty bright. I don't think I'll be able to. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and leave a picture right around here of what the reticle looks like, so that y'all can see it, because I'm probably not going to be able to show you through the camera. But yeah, it's windage adjustable and elevation adjustable, and it's got those turrets that you don't have to unscrew or use a bullet casing to change the windage and elevation. It just clicks just like that. Really nice. The only downside to this is that it doesn't have a lock, so if you're carrying it in your truck or something, you run the risk of like bumping into it and getting it off zero. But just as long as you're careful, you don't really need a lock. So yeah, that's the Bushnell AR-223 optic. It's a 1 to 4 power scope, so it has 4 powers, or 4 magnification levels. It's a 1 to 4 by 24 millimeter optic, so it's pretty good for like short to mid ranges, but once you start getting out to like 500 yards, it's a little bit hard to see your targets. But like I said, it does have the bullet drop compensation to 500 yards. So what Bushnell recommends is that you zero in the scope like at 25 yards or 100 yards, and once you have that zero, you can just dial it to, or you can actually just hold over using the bullet drop compensation all the way up to 500 yards. It has 5 hash marks, and yeah, you just, if your target's at 200 yards, you just hold on the second hash mark. If it's at 300 yards, you hold on the third one, and so on and so forth. So I'll do a video review just specifically on the scope pretty soon, and I'll show you some range footage of me shooting this thing and using the bullet drop compensation and how well it works, so y'all can see that. But yeah, that's. Oh, actually, I did forget to mention one thing. It does come with this power control lever. So a lot of people call this the cattail. So the theory behind this is that you can magnify your optic, or you could switch magnification powers a lot easier with the lever. And I've noticed that it does come in handy. It's a lot easier than trying to turn a knob without a lever. So really nice feature that they added. And by the way, this scope is a first focal plane scope. So say you're in the first magnification power, it's not a true 1 power sight, so it does look a little bit magnified. But say your target's like at 25 yards, you can't really tell the difference between like your non-magnified eye and your magnified eye if you're shooting with both eyes open. So it's a pretty good 1 power scope. So yeah, at the 1 power, at the first power, you'll see that the reticle is really tiny. I'll go ahead and put a picture in here in the video so you can see what it looks like. But it's really tiny. You can still make out the hash marks, but like I said, it's a really small mark. It's more like a red dot scope. it's not like a true red dot scope where you could co-witness it to your iron sights, but you can use it as a red dot sight, and yeah, it just looks like a little hollow circle, and if you really pay close attention, you can see the little hash marks. But yeah, very hard to make out. Usually at that 1 power, it's going to be at distances maybe 25 to 50 yards, where you need to acquire targets faster, and you just need something like a red dot. That first power magnification is perfect for that. And then once you crank it all the way up to 4th power, you can really see the hash marks, and you get a lot more detail in the picture and stuff. So it's kind of like you're zooming in on the reticle itself, and you can see it a little bit better, and you can make more precise shots out to 500 yards. So that's really cool. As for the mount for this scope, I actually got this mount on Amazon. And I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to all of the stuff that I'm talking about right now. But yeah, I bought this mount for I believe 50 bucks, and it is a quick detach mount. Here, let me flip it over to the other side. And it seems to be machined mostly out of one part of, I'm not sure if that's aluminum or steel. I'll go ahead and check that, and I'll try to leave it in the description. But yeah, it's like really solid. The screws are really nice. The machine quality on this piece is really good, and it's got that quick detach lever, and they claim that it returns to 0. I haven't really tried it, but when I do my range report on the AR-556, I'll go ahead and try it out, take off the optic, and see if I can mount it back on and retain that 0. And yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, for now I don't really have an answer as to whether it is going to return to 0. But I'll make a video review on that. And I always had the question about putting a 1 power scope on a rifle with a A2 sight. So I didn't want to buy a 1 power scope that would not work if I had the iron sight, because I kind of like the look of the A2 front sight, and I didn't want to take it off just yet. So I tried looking online to see if anyone had any recommendations or anything, and I really couldn't find too much. But yeah, I can tell you that with this particular optic, I haven't had any issues at all. I'll try to take a picture of what it looks like with the A2 post in the front at 1 power, but it's not that it doesn't interfere that much. You can definitely see it at 1 power, but it doesn't really bother you. It doesn't really get in the way or anything. So that was pretty cool. I'm glad that it didn't affect it in any way. And then once you go up to like 4 power or something, or 3 power, 2 power, you really can't see the front post. It's only like at 1 power where you can really make out the front post. But like I said, it's not intrusive or anything, so it's really nice. But yeah, other than that, I haven't done any major upgrades. It's mostly been cosmetic stuff, like the cheek wall and the vertical grip, and it's cosmetic, but it serves a function. Same thing with the handguard. It's not much of an upgrade from the standard 4N or handguard, but it is better in the sense that I can mount different things onto it. I couldn't do that with the standard handguard. So yeah, if y'all have an AR-556 and you're looking to put a different style handguard, I really recommend this M-Lok carbine length handguard. It fit really well, especially with Ruger's design for their Delta ring. Really easy to put on. I was actually pretty amazed at how easy that went on, and how easy it comes off. So yeah, I really recommend that. The vertical grip, really recommend that with the M-Lok handguard. You're saving a little weight not having that rail in the middle of those two. And the scope and the mount are a little bit heavy, but I feel for the purpose that I'm going to be using this rifle for, it's bearable. It does make the rifle a little bit heavier, but it's bearable. And what I like about the AR-556 is that it comes with this polymer flip up sight. So in case my rifle isn't my scope isn't working, the battery goes out, or I don't want to use the scope, or I want something lighter, I could quickly just detach the scope right here. Oops. Detach it like that, and just flip up my backup sight, and I have my iron sight ready to go. In case I can't use that, I always have my backups ready to go. And if I want to put that scope back on, I just flip that sight down and line everything up, and voila, there you go, back to normal. So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section below on my AR-556. If you have any recommendations, or if you want me to go more in depth on a specific item that I mentioned in this video, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a like on this video if you liked it, and if you really liked it, and you believe I earned your subscription, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll try to have a range video on this gun as soon as possible, so y'all could see how well this gun performs. Really recommend it to everyone. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and see you later. Alright guys, let me see if I can get some video of this to show you exactly how it looks. So as you can see there, it looks like a red dot sight, and as you can tell, it's not a true 1 power. It's at 1 power right now, but it's kind of magnified. If you can tell, there's my AR-15 in the back, as you can see, and it is a little bit magnified, but I'd say it's like at a 1 1/4 power or something like that. But yeah, you can see it looks just like a red dot. You can barely make out those little hash marks. But yeah, let me show you what it looks like. And there you go. You can see as I focus in, there's the little horseshoe reticle. But yeah, let me zoom into 4 power so y'all can see exactly what that looks like. Look at that. Big difference. Look at that. And you can see those hash marks. Here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. You see those hash marks? The center of that horseshoe, that's where you want to hold for 100 yards. Right below that is 200 yards. The second, or like that first hash mark. After that, like that second hash mark below that is 300 yards, and then below that 400. That's where like that horseshoe ring is. That hash mark is 400 yards, and then that very bottom one is 500 yards. So yeah, I just wanted to get some video in there, show you what that looks like. But yeah, you can definitely see that horseshoe right there. Really nice. And yeah, I'll throw in some pictures of what it looks like with the front post right now. Alright guys, the scope here is mounted onto my rifle. That's at 4 power. You're not going to be able to tell that there's a front post there. Yeah, you can't see it at all. Here, let me put it at 1 power. That's 1 power right there. And as you can see, here, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. You could definitely see that front sight post if I focus in on it, but if I focus on the red dot, it kind of fades away. So yeah, it really doesn't obstruct it at all. That's exactly what it looks like when I'm shooting through it. Doesn't really obstruct it at all. Really cool. But yeah, if you do focus on it, you will see it, as you can see right there. But yeah, as long as you focus on the red dot, you'll be good. So yeah, there you go guys.